As European, yes, very much so. I think we've got a culture fond, if that's the correct word. We all started from the same backgrounds. I'm thinking of for Greek mythology, Roman culture, and then every little territory added something more to that. But we all share the same values and ideas, and basically that's what formed us as more than Romanians, Portuguese, French, etc., but as Europeans, this common background. Yeah, my formative European moment, let's say, was the Erasmus exchange in Montpellier, the little city in the south of France. And not only because I discovered there the French culture, but I had countless interaction with people from all around the world. And also back then it happened the annexation of Crimea, and the people back home were scared or concerned at least about it. And I had the chance to see the difference between the eastern perspective and the western perspective on the same event, and that really cleared many ideas I had before about Europe and European Union in a way. So yeah, I think that was the moment. For the East, it was um, a how should I put it, a throwback or possible throwback to a very dark age. To the West, it was some event that happened or may not have happened somewhere in the Far East. And yeah, back home and in surrounding countries, people were all concerned and they knew about the subject, they were interested about the subject. In Montpellier, most people did not even know about the annexation. And if they were to discuss it, it was at a glass of wine or croissant, and they were like casually saying, "Okay, man, whatever, a bit of land there and now. It's not a biggie." But people in the East were googling how far can the Russian reach us. So, in a nutshell, this is the difference: the perspective of someone who had a bad history and they were feeling it might happen, versus people that were like, okay, we maybe need to fix it out, but it's not that important, it's not a big issue, not for us at least. I'm not sure I think we can, or nor that we should label it or award the prize the worst moment in European history or in recent history, because there are quite a lot of them. And for example, I've just mentioned to the East the annexation of Crimea. There is a blatant and constant violation of human rights to the East and to the Central Europe. There is Brexit on the far left, let's say. There is there are a lot of extremist movement in Europe at the moment. So I'm not sure I can put my finger on this is the worst moment in recent years. I think there are a bunch of them. Yeah. Okay. If it's the worst moment for Europe, from my point of view, I think definitely it should be the Second World War. Even worse, I think, than the First War, because of the crimes and atrocities committed by the Nazis, the communists, then the consequences of the war, which for half of Europe meant communism. So that's definitely the worst. But if you ask from my perspective, from my personal history, let's say, then again, I would say I cannot put my finger on one moment in recent years, because I feel as Romanian, but also as European. I traveled a lot. So, for example, Brexit does affect me. I cannot travel that easily to Oxford or to see my friends in London, or possibly I won't be able to do that. But equally, the Russian threat is there. Or I feel for my friends in Hungary that cannot do their studies anymore. So yes, I cannot put the finger on it. Um, as a follow-up to the previous question, definitely the creation of the European Union. Yeah, definitely. And for me personally, is Romania joining the European Union. I think this was a great moment, and in a bigger perspective, the creation of the European Union. It brought peace, prosperity, and we've been enjoying that for decades. Something never happened before. So yeah, definitely the creation of the European Union. I think the freedom of movement, or the four freedom of movements are, or the four freedoms are immensely important. But for me, the freedom of movement was of utmost importance. I got to meet so many people that changed my life in so many ways. I got to know so many cultures and so on. I got to study at the best universities in the world. Um, Definitely that helped the freedom of movement. So I think that's the best thing the European Union provided me. I think less bureaucracy would be amazing. Um, and I think I'm not sure between less bureaucracy and um, more integration. I would like to see less local politicians at national levels, and more integration to and I would like to see Europeans and Europe start deciding as a whole, not according to national interest. Local, yes, that's a very good idea to focus on that as well, but also more on European level, to be an important player at worldwide level. I would say again, but I'm not sure that that's correct. So to start becoming a voice to be heard and to be respected at worldwide level.